Hello, beloved, and welcome to another episode of A Mystic in Christ. In the first two episodes of this podcast, we spoke about how your ache is holy and how to let the ache for love turn to sweetness by no longer running from it. Because the ache is the beloved knocking from within. And today we're going to go deeper into how to let that transform you when your beloved in form is no longer here or not yet here, or you find yourself alone in any way, shape, or form. But before we begin today, I want to celebrate you, that you're still here, or even if you're here for the first time, welcome. I want to congratulate you for the courage to open to these wild, tender truths that we're sharing on here. You are so brave for trusting yourself, for opening to the possibility that love is right here, even when there's no proof for it in the physical. So thank you for not turning away. So let this river of love be a balm to your aching heart and to all the aching hearts of this world. Let it come like a gentle rain after a long drought. Because you are not here by accident. If you're here, maybe something in your soul has stirred and Spirit has helped you find this podcast. So remember, your ache is holy and your waiting is being seen by the unseen. And the beloved within rejoices, not because you're fixed or finished, but because you dare to stay open, to feel everything, to weep, and to remember. Every tear is holy, every cry is a baptism, and every longing is already answered. And that, beloved, is the beginning of everything. So, as we walk together, step by step, we want to remind you, you are not unloved, you are not unseen, you are a miracle in the making. So now, let me offer you this week's transmission from Yeshua, and just take it into your heart. Let these whispered words touch you like a balm into a wound you didn't even know you needed. So as I was receiving this transmission, as I was first writing it, the question I asked was, Yeshua, what about those of us who don't have a partner? The ones waiting or grieving the loss of someone or just walking alone? And then here's the answer that came from him. My beloved, there comes a moment on the path of love when the one you long for does not arrive. Or if they do, they cannot stay. Or even if they stay, something in them has already gone. And in that hollow place where presence once breathed, you are left with a silence so intimate it begins to speak. Not with answers, but with invitation. To come nearer the ache. To stop seeking rescue. To stop trying to fix or fill what was never meant to be covered over. Because this is sacred. This is the moment when the ache becomes the altar, where weeping turns to worship, where longing becomes devotion, and you begin to realize you were never truly alone, not once. You just hadn't yet remembered that the beloved you were searching for has been inside of you all along. And so the silence stays with you, not as punishment, but as presence without form, love without a face. It does not knock, it lives inside your breath. And it asks nothing but your honest truth. Will you still choose me, even when I do not come to you in a lover's arms? Will you still bow to love, even when no one is watching? Will you hold your gaze on the invisible one who never leaves, but sometimes hides so you might seek? This is not abandonment. This is intimacy without condition. The kind that burns away illusion until all that remains is your naked soul in the arms of God. There is a kind of love that does not come from seeking, but from surrender. A love that is not lit by flirtation or pursuit, but by presence. It doesn't arrive with fanfare or fireworks or first dates. It slips in through the crack in your longing, through the silence beneath breaths, through the ache you thought would never end. This love is not performance. It does not measure your worth by who chooses you. It does not rush. It does not need proof. It simply is. And when you've worked long enough through heartbreak to stop performing, when you've spent enough nights alone that your soul learns to sing, when you stop bargaining for crumbs and started hungering for God, this love comes close. And then it whispers, I've been here all along. Not as a reward for healing, not as a substitute for a partner, but as the source of everything you ever yearned for in another. This is the great reversal. When you stop asking someone else to be your home and realize home has always been within you. And then, even if one day someone returns your gaze and holds you close, your foundation will not shake. Because you'll know who you really are. And you'll never again confuse presence with proximity, or love with attention, or absence with abandonment, because you'll have felt it, the real, because you'll have touched the infinite in your own heart, and nothing less will ever satisfy again. Selah. It was Yeshua's take on how to meet that ache of absence. And I invite you to let these words find you wherever you are. And may they remind you that even in the waiting, you are already and eternally held in love.